Welcome to Cohesive Friendship Unit. I'm Chris. I'm with Brian
What's going on?
and Jake.
Hey guys.
Rage 2 has been getting a lot more coverage lately. There's been some kind of new trailers. There's been a press event. And now that Fallout 76 is kind of flopped, we are all looking towards the next kind of big shooter thing. And this looks like it might be it. We're going to talk about it. But real quick, if you like this video, please throw us a like. We're doing a sick giveaway. We're giving away like 20 Steam codes or something. Every 10 subscriptions, we're giving away a code. So if you like this video and you want the chance to win a Steam code, please consider subscribing. Alright, so Rage 2, guys. Rage 1 had a mediocre reception, I would say.
To put it lightly.
Yeah, to put it lightly, exactly. But this looks a little better to me. I don't know, what do you guys think? What are your impressions?
It looks good.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Did you play Rage 1?
No.
I played a little bit of it, and
yeah.
it was definitely underwhelming. It didn't feel great, and I think as most people know, it didn't run well at all. I mean, they had tons of load issues, and it was awful, but this game looks good. It looks exciting.
Yeah.
Like Brian said, though, it just looks like a big sandbox playhouse, which is, I mean, I guess that's what you expect in an open world kind of game, but
yeah,
but I'm curious to see what it's about.
I mean, I'm interested in it to the point, like, from the standpoint that there is a lot. Like, it looks like you can do a whole bunch of different shit. That's like, oh, that's cool. Like in the gameplay where the guy, he like throws a guy up in the air and then shoots the guy while he's like floating in the air. That's, you know, it's kind of cool. It's different, but I don't know. There's a lot going on. Like, could that just be? There's just so much going on that, you know, you can't make any sense of the game itself, if that makes sense. Like, there's just so much shit piled on top of the game itself that it detracts from what the game is actually meant to be. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
that's not making a whole lot of sense.
No, well, I like games like that run on like this engine, at least. Like Doom is like, you know, very linear, very like action packed, and it's like no frills. Like, you fuck shit up, that is it, you know. And this has like a lot of other, you know, quests, driving, storytelling, all that.
Right, but then they put all of the crazy mechanics and stuff on top of that, and you know, that could be, it could be too much for some people. I mean, it does look interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say, like, this trailer had, like, all eyes were on Fallout at E3, like whether they should have been or not. They just were, and this kind of like dropped right before that, and not only was it like overshadowed by Fallout, but this trailer, it sucked. Like, the actual E3 trailer was just absolute trash. It was really bad. But since then, everything I've seen has looked really good. I think it was just like really bad marketing or something, and it seems like they responded to it. So I'm happy with what I've been seeing lately. The only other thing I can like say is, it seems like there's like a weird oversaturation of games like this right now. Like, there's a Far Cry game coming out like this month that's like a post-apocalyptic first-person Far Cry. There's this game. I mean, you could say that Fallout is like of similar ilk, but nobody's really playing that, so it doesn't matter all that much. But this looks to me to be the best of the bunch. Like, of all those games that I mentioned and a few more that I haven't, this is like the most interesting.
Yeah, I would agree. It seems oversaturated because we've got Just Cause 4 just came out, and that's very much the same way. It's just like a big open world sandbox playground. I mean, not nearly the same level of craziness.
Yeah. Well, GTA, different kind of crazy. Yeah.
Right. GTA obviously didn't come out recently, but it's still a big name in the open world scene, as well as Red Dead, which just came out. So it feels like there's a lot. And the game looks good, but I'm gonna be honest, I enjoy the linear aspect that like Doom has. So I'll be interested to see what people think of this, because I'm not a huge like go around and do crazy shit in open world. I'm just there for the gameplay and the story.
What do you think about the driving, Brian? Because you're probably like the...
I haven't really seen too much. It looks really fluid, which, I mean, it always does in trailers.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, like, flip through. I mean, like, you can fly some shit, and then, like, it looks like their enemy AI is pretty decent. Like, they have groups of, like, convoys and stuff like that. That might be fun to fuck around with, that little helicopter thing they got there. And
It looks
I don't
very
know,
Mad
like
Max.
it does.
They
It's
remind
not.
me of
The
Borderlands.
convoy part
It's
does.
not brown enough to be Mad Max.
That's
but,
true.
like,
Yeah.
everything in Mad Max is just brown or like orange fire.
This game does look really good, though.
The plants look nice and like all that stuff. It looks fairly decent, but like I don't know. You put a lot of. This isn't Bethesda specifically developing it though.
No, they're publishing it.
They're just publishing it. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I mean,
don't know.
high
It
hopes.
I mean, for their sake, I hope it works out because
It's done some good stuff, right? I mean, Doom was fantastic, and I think everyone's looking forward to Doom Eternal. So it has done well.
Yeah, and I think the guys who did the Mad Max game are in some way involved in this also. So that, I guess, lends towards the atmosphere and the driving hopefully being good.
Yeah.
Because that was a fairly well received like open world game.
Yeah, it was.
I,
And now that I think about it, I did love Borderlands 2, and this looks similar. A lot of differences, but that would be a lot of fun if it was something like that. I've been looking for a good new Borderlands game.
I'm curious how big the world is, because it's, if you have cars and vehicles in general, I'd have to imagine it's pretty big.
yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like I'm trying, like, just looking at this game, I can't decide if I know I don't want it to be really big, but I also know I don't want it to be really small, if that makes sense. Because I don't know, I hope it's like dense, I guess.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess that a lot of that depends on the storyline, you know, like how much of that it actually like guides you to certain. I mean, people will always explore in an open world game, but I feel like every GTA game there's like one huge area of the map that they just never do anything with, and nobody ever ends up going there. Like they have the huge desert, or like most of them have like a big ocean area that you never do anything with. So and they force you with the storyline to kind of go to the places that they've built up and that they want you to look at.
Right.
So I think, you know, it's about optimization, I guess. You could make do with a smaller map if you play your storyline right, but if there's so much like bouncy superhero shit on top of it that nobody pays attention to the storyline, then people are going to notice that hole. And that's something that I hope they were careful about. I mean, it seems like it's going to be good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, to me it like seems super similar. Like just like looking at it, like this, you know, driving component, open world, first person shooter. I assume there's going to be RPG mechanics. I don't know. It reminded me of. I think this was like one of the games I was thinking of. It was like the Far Cry game, Cyberpunk, Fallout. Like, I actually think this looks a little smoother than Cyberpunk in a lot of ways. Like, I know that Cyberpunk is gonna be good for its like story, but I think like actually, and I know this is a lot closer to launch, but like the actual like visuals and like fluidity of it looks to me better. But you know, I wasn't super impressed with that Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Because I'm a freak.
Yeah, I think they're in the same category, but I don't think they're going to be very similar. I think they're going for two very different feels in the open world sci-fi genre.
All right. I mean, I'm good. If you guys have anything you guys want to throw out.
No,
No,
sir.
yeah.
All right. I think we're good. So do you guys, two questions. One, if there was a demo, like let's say it was a demo for like 2 days or something, like would you check it out? And two, are you at all interested in like getting this? And I would say if there's a demo, I would definitely check it out. Getting it, not so sure. But
I would definitely check out the demo. I would probably get it, to be honest. It looks good, and I've been itching for a good shooter that's not like a competitive multiplayer game. So if this is the first one to come out in that category, I would probably pick it up.
nice.
I mean, I would definitely play the demo. I wouldn't buy it on launch, but like if it went on sale for like 20 or 30 bucks, I'd strongly consider it. Like it does look really fluid. I think we've all said that it looks really like almost cinematic in that sense. Like everything just kind of works. And that's impressive. It just shows that you put it together. So I don't know. If it went on sale, yeah, I'd buy it.
Sweet. All right, cool. Then I think we've covered everything we need to cover. Do you have anything you want to tell our listeners, Brian?
Well, if you think we completely missed the mark on this, and it's actually the spiritual successor to the last Saints Row game, where you could do all of the same shit, bounce around like an idiot, and god powers and all that, go ahead and hammer your ire down in the word box there. And like Chris said at the beginning of the video, if you sub to this channel, you'll be entered into a chance to win some dank Steam codes, and we do have quite a few of those dank Steam codes to be given out. So go ahead and click that sub button, and get this on. Yeah. Oh, smoke them if you get them, guys. That's all from me tonight, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Brian. We'll catch you guys next time.